Hey friends, we have another awesome turntable. So this last video or the next one, whichever order these fall on YouTube, we just dealt with a Philips turntable, and it wasn't, it was inconclusive really what the problem was on that. I speculate it was a ground and a wire in the tone arm, but I digress. This is a Pioneer PL-41, and this one is in impeccably good condition. So it does have a stand here, and the table, or not the table itself is in just great condition. I have not found a defect in it yet. I found wear marks, but I haven't found a defect where somebody has like chipped off part of the veneer or something like that has happened. The dust cover is in really good condition. Does have minor scratches, but nothing that's like, you know, a melt mark or anything like that. A little bit of a water stain over here. I don't know if it's water, but all right. So this dude here just rests up there, and I'm fairly certain, I'm a woodworker, so I should be a little bit more than fairly certain, but fairly certain is mahogany. Now, it might be some version of walnut that I'm not aware of, but fairly certain it's mahogany. Which, it just has this really rich gold, orangish tone that just stands out, just says, pop, look at me. The operation of this unit is stupid simple. It is basically on, off, stylus down, stylus up, right? Tone arm up, tone arm down, whatever you want to call it. All right, so it has this on, which is basically up. And you have off, which is, of course, off. And then you have down. And that's pretty much it. I've adjusted it in for 2.5 grams. Now, during shipping, the weight gets removed. You have to dial it back in yourself. Hopefully you have a grams meter. But if you don't, they're like 10 bucks on eBay. And even the $10 one is fairly accurate. So let's lift it up here and turn it off. The actual cartridge, I cannot get this cartridge to come off. Not the cartridge, I'm sorry, the head shell. It should just be a loosen and weasel off, but it's hung up. So, and I'm not really into wanting to force it, so it gets to stay this way. All right, let's get it back on there. There we go. Now she's back on. There we go. Okay, so that debacle aside, I am not one to push things too far, especially if they're working. Let somebody else, the new owner of this, figure it out. My son's over here. He's accompanying me. All right, so it has a Shure V15 Type 2, and here are some comps around like what they've actually sold for, which indicates to me, just these prices, that these are highly sought after, because a lot of the common Shure cartridges sell for 15 or lower, or 50, not 15, I'm sorry, I wish 15, 50 bucks or lower. So pretty good cartridge. I've had the V4 before. I'm not sure about the V2, but looking at the price, it's comparable. So let's take the record off, and we'll take this off. Okay, so you got the platter mat, the original platter mat, and then we have to get kind of delicately fancy to get under here and get this part of the mat off. Okay, that gets us access to the actual plate, and so we're gonna go ahead and pull it, and it is a heavy guy. All right, so here's our belt, and it's a new belt. We'll talk about that here in just a second. I'm gonna weigh this thing because this is absolutely beastly. Are you singing? What are you talking about? Oh yeah? I see. This is 4 pounds 4 ounces, which that's right up there with some of the heftiest that I've dealt with. All right, it has settings for 230 and 115 volt. It does have the 50 hertz spindle in it. It's set to 60 hertz and it has the 60 hertz spindle installed. Getting the getting the belt back on is kind of a trick. Oh good, somebody's using the bathroom. Actually, that might be the washer. Okay, so getting this in here is kind of a trick, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna run something through here. In this case, I have a dowel that's pretty good. We're going to then rest this, and this thing sings forever. That's pretty awesome. All right, so I'm gonna rest this in here. I'm gonna actually get us out a little bit. All right, now she's on. I'm gonna let this out. Set it to the side, and we're gonna slowly lower this, and then we're gonna spin it to make sure it's seated. And I think that did it. What we'll do is put this back on, and you tell just by the wear which side goes up. We're gonna put this back on. I'm gonna put the record back on, and let's give it a spin. All right, works good, working good. It sounds absolutely fabulous. Sounds really, really good. This is the old belt that came off of it. I will say that the new belt is rubbing just a tad, so there could be something that either needs adjusted, or the belt I put in there is just an increment too wide. So that would be something that the next person needs to troubleshoot, the next owner, as well as trying to get that head shell removed. But these belts are really, really long compared to your normal belt. Beautiful unit, absolutely the coolest thing that's come through this year outside of the Sansui. I think it's the 4050, and I ended up keeping the 4050. I really debated on keeping this one. This is just a rare find. These just are not everydayers. You know, I run into the Techniques every day. I run into, you know, the plastic Pioneers every day, but this thing is just beautiful. Okay, that's it. I hope you like this video. If you do, give it a like. Please subscribe. And check out the other videos. There's a lot of turntables that I still have listed that the video reviews are for. And then even if you're not like interested in like buying my turntable, go out and look at the videos, because they're really good at showing you what each one of these turntables is capable of, well, how it's set up, and potentially some repairs that I've done along the way that are common issues with some of these. So again, thumbs up, like and subscribe, and until next time, keep it spinning.